Welcome back, in part 3 of Skype. Let's continue to discuss about Skype. In its 2008 annual report, eBay admitted to an ongoing dispute between it and Jolted Limited over the licensing of its peer-to-peer global index technology and its application.
It announced that it terminated a standstill agreement, allowing either company to sue.
On 1 April 2009, eBay filed with a UK court to settle a legal dispute.
A few days later, eBay announced the planning of a public stock offering in 2010 to spin off Skype as a separate, publicly owned company.
Some media outlets characterized the proposed sale and ongoing provision of Skype as being under threat because of the concurrent dispute. On 1 September 2009, a group of investors led by Silver Lake bought 65% of Skype for $1.91 billion, $2.38 billion in 2021.
This prompted Jolted to countersue eBay on 17 September 2009.
Both settled the simultaneous suits in November, resulting in Jolted's part ownership of the newly formed Skype Limited.
The final holding share were with Silver Lake reducing their share to 56%. Jolted entered at 14%, and eBay retained 30%.
Screencast Networks filed a complaint in U.S. District Court in Los Angeles, alleging theft of its peer-to-peer technology in violation of the Racketeer Influenced and Corrupt Organizations statute.
The complaint, titled Screencast Networks Incorporated v. Skype Technologies, S.A., was filed on 20 January 2006 in federal court in the Central District of California on assigned case number 2-2006-CV00391.
The $4.1 billion lawsuit did not name Skype's parent company, eBay, when initially filed.
Screencast's lawsuit was subsequently amended on 22 May 2006 to include eBay and 21 other party defendants.
In its lawsuit, Screencast sought a worldwide injunction on the sale and marketing of eBay's Skype Internet voice communication products, as well as billions of dollars in unspecified damages.
The lawsuit was finally dismissed in a decision filed on 19 January 2007.
On 1 June 2006, Net2Phone, the Internet Telephone Unit of IDT Corp., filed a lawsuit against eBay and Skype accusing the unit of infringing U.S. Patent 6,108,704, which was granted in 2000.
The lawsuit was settled between the parties in 2010.
In July 2007, Skype was found to be guilty by a German court of violating the GMU General Public License in one of its for-sale products, the SMCWSKQ100. Skype was one of many companies, others include AOL, Microsoft, Yahoo, Cisco, which cooperate with the Chinese government in implementing a system of internet censorship in mainland China.
Critics of such policies argue that it is wrong for companies to profit from censorship and restrictions on freedom of the press and freedom of speech.
Human rights advocates such as Human Rights Watch and media groups such as Reporters Without Borders speculate that if companies stopped contributing to the authorities' censorship efforts, the government could be pressured to change. Nicholas Enstrom, then chief executive of Skype, told reporters that its joint venture partner in China was operated in compliance with domestic law.
TaBNWNE had implemented a text filter, which is what everyone else in that market is doing, said Enstrom.
Those are the regulations, he said.
I may like or not like the laws and regulations to operate businesses in the UK or Germany or the US, but if I do business there I choose to comply with those laws and regulations. I can try to lobby to change them, but I need to comply with them. China in that way is not different.
In September 2005, the French Ministry of Research, acting on advice from the General Secretariat of National Defense, issued an official disapproval of the use of Skype in public research and higher education. Some services are interpreting this decision as an outright ban.
The exact reasons for the decision were not given.
In May 2006, the Federal Communications Commission, FCC, successfully applied the Communications Assistance for Law Enforcement Act to allow wiretapping on digital phone networks.
Skype was not compliant with the act and stated that it does not plan to comply.
Starting in November 2010, Skype has been participating in a U.S. government spy program titled PRISM, allowing the National Security Agency, NSA, unfettered access to people's chats and video and audio communications.
However, it was not until February 2011 that the company was formally served with a directive to comply, signed by the Attorney General.
In March 2013, the company issued transparency reports,
confirming long-held beliefs that Skype responds to requests from governments.
Microsoft's General Counsel wrote to the U.S. Attorney General outlining the company's concerns in July 2015 in a blog from Brad Smith, including a copy of the letter to the U.S. Attorney. Registered users of Skype are identified by a unique Skype ID and may be listed in the Skype directory under a Skype username.
Skype allows these registered users to communicate through both instant messaging and voice chat.
Voice chat allows telephone calls between pairs of users and conference calling and uses proprietary audio codec.
Skype's text chat client allows group chats, emoticons, storing chat history, and editing of previous messages.
Offline messages were implemented in a beta build of version 5 but removed after a few weeks without notification.
The usual features familiar to instant messaging users, user profiles, online status indicators, and so on, are also included.
The online number, aka Skype-in, service allows Skype users to receive calls on their computers dialed by conventional phone subscribers to a local Skype phone number. Local numbers are available for Australia, Belgium, Brazil, Chile, Colombia, Denmark, the Dominican Republic, Estonia, Finland, France, Germany, Hong Kong, Hungary, India, Ireland, Japan, Mexico, Nepal, New Zealand, Poland, Romania, South Africa, South Korea, Sweden, Switzerland, Turkey, the Netherlands, the United Kingdom, and the United States.
A Skype user can have local numbers in any of these countries, with calls to the number charged at the same rate as calls to fixed lines in the country.
Skype supports conference calls, video chats, and screen sharing between 25 people at a time for free, which then increased to 50 on 5 April 2019. Skype does not provide the ability to call emergency numbers, such as 112 in Europe, 911 in North America, 999 in the UK, or 100 in India and Nepal.
However, as of December 2012, there is limited support for emergency calls in the United Kingdom, Australia, Denmark, and Finland.
The U.S. Federal Communications Commission, FCC, has ruled that, for the purposes of Section 255 of the Telecommunications Act, Skype is not an interconnected VoIP provider.
As a result, the U.S. National Emergency Number Association recommends that all VoIP users have an analog line available as a backup.
In 2019, Skype added an option to blur the background in a video chat interface using AI algorithms purely done using software, despite a depth-sensing camera not being present in most webcams. In 2023, Skype added the Vin AI chatbot to the platform for users who had access to the chatbot. To be continued in Part 4 of Skype.